Hello everybody and welcome to another Mystery Box Function Challenge. In the purple mystery box there is some math and your challenge is to figure out what that math is. You can use the link in the description, pause the video, and put in as many numbers as you like in the top. See how they're transformed as they come out the bottom. And when you've got an idea about what's inside the purple box, come on back and see if I get what you get. All right, let's begin. All right, so 0 gives us 0.5. And, 1 gives us some long decimal there between 1/2 and 1. All right, let's try 2. Okay, we've got a very gentle curve there. Another long decimal. Let's try a 3. I'm getting a whole number when I put in 3. Oh, this is interesting. Let me try some negative numbers here. So -1 gives us 0. I think I see what this might be now. I'm going to try a -2, and I'm expecting an error. So let's see. Yeah, and I think any further negative numbers, -5, is going to be an error too. Yeah. Okay, so the reason I did that is I saw this shape, this kind of curve that starts out somewhat steep and gets less and less steep as it goes on, and I immediately thought about the square root of x. Something else is going on here. First of all, you can put in a -1, and you can't do that with just square root of x, and that's where it's at 0 here on y. So it looks like it's been shifted 1 to the left. To do that, you just add 1 here. Why do you add 1 to move in a negative direction? Well, think about it. If I put in now a -1 for x and I've got a +1 here, that becomes 0, and the square root of 0 is 0. So this would work for this point. It's not going to work for all of them. Look what happens when you put in 0. When you put in 0, you get 0 plus 1 and take the square root of that. Well, the square root of 1 is 1, but we've got, what is this? Oh, 0.5. And then let's see, when you put in 3, so 3 plus 1, that would be 4, and the square root of that should be 2, but we get 1. So what's going on? Well, we're not subtracting 1. That would work for this one, but not for this one. This one is 1/2. It looks like we're dividing it by 2, which would be the same thing as multiplying by 1/2. Let me rewrite that more clearly. So f of x, I think there's a multiplier here. And that multiplier actually makes sense because this is a shallower graph of the square root shape than we're used to seeing. So 1/2 times the square root of x, and then to shift it over to the left one, we add 1 there. Let's see if we can do some predicting here. I'm going to put in an 8 because that's going to give us 9 underneath the radical sign. So 8 plus 1 square root times 1/2. So that would be 9. So that'd be 3 when we take the square root of that. So square root of 9 is 3. So it should be 3/2 or 1/2. So if we put in an 8. So let's try that. I think that's going to clinch it for me one way or the other. So let's put in an 8. And we're getting 1.5, which is 3/2, and there it is. So I think we've got it now. I'm going to go ahead and reveal. Yes, that is 1/2 times the square root of x plus 1. And let's graph that. And there's that slowly tapering, beautiful graph of the square root function, kind of flattened out because of this multiplier of 1/2. Well, how did that go for you? Did you see this was a square root function? It took me a few points definitely to get there. How long did it take you? Let me know. Thanks, everybody.